There might be times when you want to password protect a test, especially like if you may have students who are absent from school and you don't want them at home to be able to access the test and use their books or whatever for it. You want the students only in class to be able to do it. Or there might be some other reason that you would like for them to get a password before they can get to the test. Schoology doesn't have that capability yet, but there is a workaround for it. So let's say that you're teaching a class here and you have a unit here on the Exodus, and here is a quiz down here, real quiz, that you want the students to take. And you want to password protect that quiz. They need to enter a password before they can access that. Here's what you need to do. First, in this unit that you have here, you want to add materials and add a folder. And this folder is just going to be for that quiz. That's all that will be in it. Okay, so we will set a date. We'll say it's today. Okay. It's visible, so we've created a folder. Now I need to put this quiz inside this folder. Over here at the gear icon on the right, click Move. I'm going to move it to the Exodus Quiz folder. So now we have this folder here for that quiz. That's the only item in there. Now I'm going to add another quiz, which will be the password. So we'll add test quiz. We'll call this password. This is due today by 11:59. I'm going to put it in the homework category, but I'm going to click grading options, give it a factor of 0 because I don't want it to count. Okay, the password doesn't count for anything. They have to do it before they can pass on. Okay. So you've got it in the category, so it's graded, but it has a factor of 0. So then we'll create it. Now, here's my quiz. I'm going to create it, and the only question I have, I want it to be a fill in the blank because I don't want to have to grade it myself. I want it to be automatically graded. And we'll say password for this quiz. Then we put 1 underscore, and down here I put in, here's the password they need to enter. We'll say Warriors. I can decide if I want it to be capital or lowercase, or if I don't care. In this case I don't care, I'm just going to leave that blank. Otherwise then we'll say create the question. Okay. Now in my settings for this quiz I have to make it available now. Okay. Now let's say that I'll give them 3 chances to try the password. So we'll click 3 times there. View submissions. I want them to see whether they got it right or wrong, but not show them the right answer. So I'll just click yes. Click Save Changes. Now we go back to this folder. Now you want this password to be before the real quiz. So I'm just going to click and drag that to where it's above it because they need to do this before they get to the real quiz. I'm going to check my real quiz and make sure that my settings are right, that it is available now. Okay. So now we'll go back to our folder here of the Exodus quiz. Now to make them take the password before the real quiz, go here to Options, go to Student Completion. I'm going to check requirements must be completed in sequential order. They have to do the password before the real quiz. Click Add Requirement. For password, they must score at least 100. Okay. Then, for the real quiz, they have to make a submission. Okay, I don't care what their grade is on that. Okay, so this sets up, they do the password first, they've got to score 100, then they can access the real quiz. Click Save Changes. Alright, so now we have our quiz set up. So, how's it going to look from the student perspective? Well, let's log in here as a student of this course. and we'll go to that class. Okay, I go to the Exodus folder. Down here is the Exodus quiz. Okay. Notice I can't click on the real quiz. I can click on password, click begin. Okay. Now let's say I enter the wrong password. Okay, I click submit. Ask me if I'm sure. Nope, I missed it. Okay, so I want to submit it again. So we'll go here. I have 2 attempts remaining. This time I'll do it right. Warriors. I click submit. And yes, I want to submit it. Okay, now if I go, I can click next up here. This takes me to the real quiz. Now I can get to the real quiz, which was just a real quiz. Okay. But you see, now it means that I can only get to that quiz after I enter the password. So it's a little bit wonky, it's a little bit tedious, but if you want to do a password protection on your quiz, that's how you can do it.